are passionate about what's going on in the community. You take projects on when it's not your responsibility. You're just trying to do good for the community, and everyone knows it. And so they look to you when they have a problem. When you do encounter people with problems, I would hope that you would think about our office as a potential resource, a potential solution. So we'll cover a little bit about some of the things we can do in our office, and I'll introduce my staff as well, so that you have points of contact that you can reach when I'm not available. I want to hear today from you what your top priorities are. I can't promise you that we're going to be able to deliver, but I will promise you that we will try. And if we don't know something, we will find some information for you on who might be able to help you better than the State Assembly office. And then finally, I would hope that you'd feel comfortable in bringing suggestions, criticisms, critiques, problems to our office, because we want to hear from you. We want the candid and open conversation to continue past this morning's event. So with that, let me have people go around. Most of you know each other pretty well since you're in the same communities, but if you could just state your name and what organization you're a member of. If you're an elected official, please state that as well.
So Christy Bruce Lane, I'm CEO of Government Project Foundation.
Judy Simmeroth, and I work with Christy, and I also a small business owner in San Diego.
Hello, Justin Ryan. I'm part of our Santee Lakeside Rotary. I'm also part of Brady Children's Hospital, but not representing them.
Andy Reyes, I'm staff for the Santee Chamber of Commerce.
Cassandra Essery, President and CEO of the Lakeside Chamber of Commerce.
Diane Alhouse, I'm on the Santee School Board, and I also own a business over here on Main Avenue, Peyton Harbor.
Santee's in the suburb.
Sorry. Well, I kind of feel like I'm half Lakeside.
She's ours.
Dan Bickford, Republican Central Committee.
Laura Hofer Moyer, Lakeside School Board, Chamber of Commerce for Lakeside, and home of Guiding Hands.
Kyle Herman, Senator Brian Jones's office.
Barbara Ryan, Santee Board of Education.
Larry Oles, I'm just a concerned citizen that wants to get more involved and move things forward to help our community and our state.
Ron Casper, Lakeside School Board and Lakeside Planning Group, and investigative journalist.
Stephanie Wooding, Best Day Ever Weddings and Events, which is a small business in Santee, and Santee Chamber of Commerce.
Carl Burris, I own a mobile outpatient physical therapy clinic and board for Santee Chamber.
Tracy Till, Santee Board of Education.
Laura Koval, Councilwoman, City of Santee.
Marlene Best, City Manager, City of Santee.
Bill Pommering, Padre Dam Municipal Water District and the East County AWP Project.
Virginia Hall, Grossmont Healthcare District Director.
Ron Hall, Councilmember, City of Santee.
Eric Soretsky, small business owner.
Excellent. And we're going to be following up with people that we invited that could not make it, just with what I'm hearing from you are the top priorities. So I'm hoping to walk out of the room today with a list of marching orders from you. What is on your wish list for each of your organizations? If we don't agree, we'll let you know. But I think we're going to agree on 99% of things. And then what I want to do is we will proactively open up cases in our office to work with your organization on those issues. We have reactive cases that we get from constituents all the time. As you know, if you're a city council member, you get the pothole call. So we do reactive case management, but I also want to do proactive case management of what are the top 3 things that the Santee School Board is trying to achieve, and then how do we then create a project in my office to be a supporter of that and to facilitate that. I am a state assembly member, so a lot of state issues can be influenced by my office and Senator Brian Jones's office. But please don't just bring state issues to us. If it's a local, I tell constituents this all the time. You shouldn't have to know who to talk to in government, because government is so confusing as it is. If it's a pothole, if it's a power line, if it's a nuisance issue, bring it to our office and we'll figure out who's in charge of that issue for the constituent, and then we will open up a case, even if it's a city issue, a county issue, a water issue, an SDG&E issue, all state fire insurance company issue. Our job is to make sure we tell our constituent who's the decider, who can give you relief on that project or that issue. And then what we will do is walk them through that process as kind of like an outside advocate. I know it spans the work that they're gonna have to do in the office, but you know, part of our job as representatives, it's to know government and know how to resolve problems and to give you free advice in my office on how to deal with issues. That's why we do partner with nonprofit groups, chambers, the private sector, to try to figure out what they can do where government perhaps doesn't give an answer. Maybe we go to nonprofit and private sector partners. So we're going to be pretty creative with how we try to address issues. So even if you think it's a federal issue, if you think it's a local issue, if it's not even a government issue, just say, hey, you might want to give Carl's office a call. They may have a suggestion. They might be able to do something. On our staff, we have a slightly different staff structure in my office than most state offices. We're going to be heavily focused on staff in the district office. Our district office is right down the 52, up the 15 in Scripps Range. And Marie Waldron selected the office, and the Rules Committee doesn't let us move it. We will have mobile office hours. We're going to have a lot of community town halls. One of the things that I'm hoping you'll tell me today, what are the events you want me to be at? And I will do whatever I can to be at the event in person, but if I can't be at the event, then at least we will have staff representation at those events so that there's a presence. But the office will have our chief of staff. Most chiefs of staff are in the Capitol. I'm in the super minority. It's not like we're going to be moving a whole lot of legislation that the Democrats are going to agree with. We're hopeful, but that's not the expectation. So my chief of staff needs to be here in the district working on projects where we just have to get the community together, get local government together, get some federal help to get things done. We also have a outreach director, and that's Trinity. Trinity's job is to talk to anyone in the district, to let them know what's going on, to listen, to show up, and to encourage people to reach out to us when they have a problem. She'll also be managing our district coalitions. So veterans coalitions, parents groups, the Chaldean community. I mean, we see people as constituents of geography, but there's also people who have coalition needs, so she'll be doing all the outreach. Her job is to keep the other guy busy. He is Peyton Galvan. He is in charge of case management. So any problem that comes up, he then picks up the baton and then works the system on your behalf. So we've separated out outreach from fulfillment or case management. We also have our communications director in the district, Dylan Martin, and we are currently in the process of filling our district director position. So it's unusual for a state assembly office to have that many staff in the district, but that's kind of my philosophy, that all politics is local, and a lot of rubber meets the road